Now then, people, it stings. I'm sorry to have to do you this on an early morning. It's official. There we have it. The star boy, Archie Gray, pictured in his Tottenham gear. It's official. He is now a Tottenham Hotspur player. Good luck to Archie Gray. Goes with my blessing, if you like. We'll get into the both articles. Obviously, Joe Rodon signs as well on a permanent deal. We'll go through the details of his contract and his deal as well. He looks happy. What do you want, Stephen? What do you want him to do? Like people. Yeah. Anyway, we'll go. We'll get into it. I'll give you my opinion on it as well, right? My narrative on it, if you like. Because the official statement from, I'm pissed. Like I can't lie to you. Just the whole, we are gutted to see you go. Why are you lying for? It is what it is. There's going to be two sides to the coin in terms of opinion and all that sort of stuff. But this whole line of heartbroken to see one of our own depart. Archie Gray leaves with the best wishes of everyone as he joins Tottenham. And I just say, heartbroken my ass. It's what I will say. Of course, people at the club will be, but don't give it all that sort of stuff. Of course, that things. But I'm sorry for not giving you a trigger warning. I should have, shouldn't I? I should have. Exactly, Eric, and that's what we'll do at the end of the stream. We'll draw a line under it. We'll draw a line under it as per and move, won't we? Huge this, Lee. Rodon turned down Brentford, turned down Ipswich, turned down Leicester to stay at Leeds United, so love that, I haven't seen Ian Hart's post, no. Are you on about the car pictured? I haven't read too much into that, if I'm honest, but has Ian Hart actually posted? As what's Ian Hart actually said? Or do you just mean his car? Yeah? Is that what you just mean, his car outside the ground? Obviously, he's Jack Clark's agent. Is there an actual post as what? Or what we saying? I don't know. Ben, let me know. I've not seen no post. Oh, the car pic. Yeah, I won't read too much into that. For all we know, he could have been showing a friend fucking round the ground. I've read it, Dean. There's fuck all in there, man. It's about as much use as a chocolate fire guard, in my opinion. Anyway, right, okay. Let's see what Leeds have had to say on the saga then. So, Gray makes Premier League move. Tottenham Hotspur for an undisclosed fee after the North London outfit met a release clause that was triggered by the club's failure to get promotion at the first attempt. Again, there was what's he called? What's he called? The Spurs. Alistair Gold. Alistair Gold did a video last night explaining the saga, and he says, from his side of things, from Tottenham's side of things, there's no release clause. It seems to only be coming from the Leeds United side of things. It could be PR. It might be true. As we was talking to yesterday with Joe, no one even knew about a release clause until Alex Crooks mentioned it. You don't know what to believe, do you? I guess we'll never know. But Leeds are saying that, a release clause was exercised. But like I say, Alistair Gold, who's like top tier for Spurs, says he's unsure about that. Anyway, this is just about his history. Okay, so here we go. So it says, understanding the attraction of Premier League and European football, the club with a heavy heart agreed the transfer. Archie Gray wasn't pushing for this move. Let's just get that clear. The club needed and wanted to sell Archie. And, people will take things as face value, and that's your prerogative. But I tend to try to read between the lines. It basically says, but the move has strengthened the board's resolve to ultimately return Leeds to a position where it can meet the footballing ambitions of even its brightest stars. Whilst we understand that supporters will be hugely disappointed to lose such a homegrown talent and a family name so synonymous with Leeds, the move improves the club's chance to compete for automatic promotion next season by increasing our ability to build a competitive squad within the league's financial control regulations. If this was as simple as a player just exercising a release clause, then why do you need to tell us all this about, we agreed it, but just know, folks, it means we've got more money and now we can hit financial regulations and we're going to spend it, etc., etc., which of course they've got to do, but it ain't just as black and white as, some are saying, he wanted a release clause, he wanted to go. I hate that narrative, and you've come for my opinion on it. It goes on to say, everyone at Leeds is heartbroken to see one of our own depart and would like to thank Archie for all his efforts and professionalism. He leaves with the very best wishes for the future and a knowledge that Leeds will always be his home. Yeah, I think this bit here about the fact that it's there to basically bring in dollar and sort out finances and also spend it on the pitch. So at which point, you've got to do that now. You've got to do that. You've started off well. By getting Joe Rodon as part of that deal. That's a great move. We've been linked to a number of players now. I fully expect a lot of Leeds' outgoings to be resolved now. We still don't know what's going on with Cooper. I don't think he signs. He's a free agent now. Jamie Shackleton, I don't think that move's been gone through yet to Sheffield United, but he's going there. Sheffield United are in the mud, by the way. No disrespect to them, but I spoke to a mate of mine the other day. They've got nobody. Jebberson's going. He could be on his way to Leeds. Yeah, sorry, Tyler. Yeah, no, of course. I mean, Spurs want. But my point is, Tyler, if Leeds United didn't need to sell, he wouldn't have gone. That's the point. That's the point I'm saying. So this whole release clause came out, and we don't know how real it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. We'd need to hear from Archie himself or his side of things. But if that's genuinely... He wasn't going to the club saying, I want to leave now. He wasn't doing Willie Nonto stuff. The lead said, we're accepting a bid for you, mate. You're going. So when that says, of course, you're not going to be against the move, bro. But I'm going to stop talking about it because my blood pressure goes up. Because I just sometimes don't understand how people can't make it that like it's like you have to read everything the club gives you and just go, yeah, that's right, yeah, and it's definitely not. But we've been here before in recent times. I just wish people would remember that owners are not your friends. They're dickheads. They have gone good periods. They have bad periods. It is what it is. What's the plan for the new backdrop? Don't know, bro. 49ers out shirt. I'm joking. Neither are players. What was that in response to, Evie? Are not your friends. Archie is. I would say Archie is. Man was a ball boy, went to games, sang marching on together. He's one of us. So I think in actual fact, in terms of this, then I'm cool with Archie. The guy sings marching on together loud and proud as he goes out onto the pitch. He's one of us. Mr. Amthrop says, well, if it's a concern, get in the bin, leave, I am very empathetic, pal. So you don't know nothing about me personally. I'm a very empathetic person, actually. Yeah, I disagree with your sentiment completely. And if it's a concern for you, then don't watch. That's all I'll say to you. Okay? Yeah, of course. Just like Joe. What's your point? A lot of Scottish and Irish people are massive Celtic or Rangers fans and football club. This is not unusual. This is not unusual at all. Yeah. So this is not unusual at all. I don't think, you know, like, you thought you did something, but you didn't do something. So yeah, I know for a fact there'll be Celtic and Leeds fans in this chat. There'll also be Rangers and Leeds fans in this chat. Do you know what I mean? Irish and Celtic, Scottish people have this, you know? It is what it is, you know? Hannah says there have been some content creators saying fans have been overreacting to this. They've been very shocked. Well, this is the thing, Hannah. But again, that's fine, though, innit? I can overreact, and that's mine. You know, that's my thing. But yeah, it is what it is, and you can have yours. You know what I mean? And you can have yours. Rangers fan there, Dale. Celtic and Leeds fan here, Rob. Yeah, I mean, Joe was on just yesterday and said he was a Celtic and Leeds fan. So yeah, yeah, exactly, Jonathan. So big up to you, mate. It's that's how it is, right? That's how it is. It's just a dumb thing. Anyway, right. So we'll move on. Archie's gone, right? Because we'll never agree on this. Just like before, we never agreed on, you know, and I can only take it from when I've been doing content. But we've disagreed before in the past. About Bielsa, about Radrizzani, about Orta, about Jesse. These things happen. You know, these things happen. Opinions change. We'll be annoyed. We'll be happy. Whatever. But we're all Leeds. You know, I get that. But I'm going to move on from the Gray situation because I just feel like I'm never going to agree with some. And, you know, I'm very opinionated, which I guess you need to be when you do this. Big up Solomon, by the way. You need to be when you do this. But I'm never going to agree with some takes. So he's gone now. I hope he has a fantastic career. You know, someone's just said to me online that we've taken Spurs to the cleaners for this deal. It's such a wild take because this guy will reach the pinnacle, and I hope he does it. And I'm glad he's gone to Spurs because I really like Ange. I think Ange will do wonders with him. Spurs is a big club, and there's also the opportunity for him to move on again. So, Archie, thank you for everything. Gutted that we only seen you for such a short period of time. Hopefully we haven't ruined... I know not with the fan base, but the club. The owners haven't ruined the relationship that we at least get to see Harry for a period of time. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, big up to Archie. Yeah, it is what it is. Shall I take it like this? Big up to Archie. It's official. He's gone. He's gone. That'll go in the that there will go in the loft for another day. That there we go. What? We'll put this up. Might get my spirit level out. There you go. That's actual net. That is actual net from the season we got promoted. That is piece of history. There was only 1,000 of them made, and I'm number 348. So there you go. Put a Rodon shirt out there. Yeah. I'll put something there. Yeah, exactly, Dookie. Exactly. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. Yeah, I love that tune, by the way. Yeah. Anyway, Archie's gone. I'm sorry. Yeah, George, man, I love that. That's so true. Shawn Michaels to Ricky Flair. I love that. I'm sorry. I love you. Bam. Of course, man. Anyway, we move. Let's move on from Archie Gray now, people, if we can. I know I I say that, but yeah, I'll struggle, won't I? Just check time number 320. Oh, you're better than me, are you? Yeah. I wonder who's got number 1. It'd be nice to have number 1, right? Big up to Irish Hotspur. Great guy, great content. Very funny guy, by the way. I think he will smash it. I think he will smash it, mate. You've got a boy on, a top player there. Is this Lockie? Lockie? Is that you, bro? It's got to be Foisting McQuaff. From Gray to a piece of net. Yeah, but it's a championship winning net. It's a Bielsa winning net. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. We move. Right, okay, so let's go with this. Yeah. Joe Rodon joins Leeds United. Welcome back, Joe Rodon. Defender signs permanently for the Whites. Leeds United are delighted to announce the signing of Joe Rodon from Tottenham Hotspur. 10 million believed to be the fee. Look, you know my opinion on it. Had we have just paid 10 million outright for Joe Rodon, which in effect we have, but had we have done that, I feel it's a lot of money. I think the club wanted Skip before Joe Rodon, in all honesty. Couldn't get skipped, got Joe Rodon. But because it's part of the Gray deal, I'm all right with it. You know, it is what it is. The defender joins Whites after an impressive year on loan. We know all about how good he is, what a player he was last season. Let's have a look. Oh, there's no... Yeah. After becoming a fan favourite at Ellen Road, Rodon has now turned his loan into a permanent move, becoming the first summer signing for the Whites ahead of the 24-25 campaign. It helps to placate this deal, if you like, and helps fans come to terms with it a little bit more, I believe. Yeah. And can we let's go through this as well, because I've just been sent some. Right, let's go to the Athletic piece again, just in terms of sales as well, because there seems to be this general consensus that Leeds United now will keep Chris Somerville, which for me it won't. It's not going to happen. Leeds United were open to selling personnel as well, and Chris Somerville was included in that. I'm just having a look for the official bits on the Athletic where it says that. Sorry to go back to Gray as well, but this is just in the Athletic here, just for those. It was certainly not a case of a player trying to force a move to a club playing at a higher level, though. Gray left no doubt he was happy to remain at Leeds, and that option was a possibility. There was frustrations among those close to Gray about how the situation was handled and the pressure it created. The deal made business sense to Leeds under the circumstances. So there's the issues, right, that we were talking about anyway. I'm just trying to find the bit in the Athletic where it does say that Leeds are also open, or were open at the time, to the sale of Somerville and Nonto and Melier. It's probably here. Although the club were open to selling Somerville, the problem was that they did not receive any offers that matched their valuation or that he was interested in. We believe Brighton was interested in Somerville, and he turned that down. Leeds were under pressure to raise funds to address financial concerns, and by the end of the week it was clear there was no chance of Somerville being sold. The lack of valuable offers ramped up the need to sell Gray. If Somerville had left, the pressure to sell Gray might not have been so intense. Again, further clarity about what we were saying. But yeah, listen to the club. Sorry, I said I wouldn't do it, didn't I? Right, okay. Leeds knew they would have to sell one or two of their key players this summer. They lost the playoff final, and there were financial consequences to that. Somerville, who won the Championship Player of the Season award, appeared to be top of the list of sellable assets. Leeds hierarchy was open to the departures of Ilian Melia and Willie Nonto, but except Gray could command a substantial fee. So there we have it. So I believe, in my opinion as well, that these three players will still be available. Now, of course, the thing that it does, is strengthen our arm when going to the negotiating table for these players. And of course, if no one gives the money that Somerville is valued at, then of course we can keep him, right? We did it with Nonto. But I think someone will give the money that Leeds United want. You might even find, if it is a Chelsea, that we get a player thrown in. You know how they're doing biz. I think a lot of clubs are doing this now as well. So we might even get that. Open to the departure of Melier, maybe that's why all the stories got ramped up as well. For all we know, it could be agent talk. It could have been, look, can you put a story out there? Because we know how skullduggery isn't. What I'll say is, isn't it interesting that prior to this weekend, we literally had Somerville Brighton, we heard a story about Nonto Forest, and we heard Melier Marseille. And they're the three players that Leeds United looked at as high-ticket items that they were open to selling. So there was no news of a Rutter, no news. Well, there was right at the start, bits on Gruev, but looks like the club want to keep him. But them big three sellable assets, we genuinely heard stories. Don't know how much validity there was to them, yeah. But it could have been agents trying to get their players out there. But them three players were linked to moves in the lead up to this weekend. No matter how solid the links were, because we genuinely had Nonto Forest, Somerville Brighton, Melier Marseille. Now, none of them deals went through or got to the point where the club, or any bids coming in. And then we get, we're going to have to sell Gray. We're going to have to sell him. Therefore, look, he's available. This wasn't Gray saying, get me out, get me out. It was the club, let's do that, It is what it is. I've come back to the Gray thing again, but the Athletic, it is what it is. He's gone now, right? So this now, what we now have to think forward, or try to. We've now got that money in the bank, yeah? We've now sorted out any PSR issues, yeah? And we now have to look forward. So we've brought Joe Rodon in, although fans in a couple of days will want the next one, because it doesn't feel like a new signing, does it? It wouldn't feel like a new signing at all. Wouldn't Joe Rodon, because we had him last season. Do you know what I mean? Leon on Firpo, I don't think he's staying just because he's going to the Olympics. Now, that would mean he would miss pre-season and he'd also be late back. We didn't allow Mateo Joseph, yeah? We didn't allow Mateo Joseph to go. So I think that means you're allowed to find a new club if you can. So I think Firpo will exit, which means we need a left-back now as well. At centre-back, we're sorted. At centre-back, we have Joe Rodon and Pascal Strauch. I still think we could do with another addition there, because we are open to the sale of Creswell. Cooper probably won't sign a new deal. We're being linked to Jordan Torneraya again this morning. Playing it again. I think it'll be a hard deal to do to bring him to the Championship, but we have been linked there again, and he does have an offer on the table. I believe he's also got an offer on the table from just one second. I did bookmark it this morning. He's got an offer on the table from Hoffenheim. So he could leave Ghent for around about €4 million. He's a centre-back. I think he can play left-back as well, if I remember rightly. I will just double-check that. But I believe his preferred position is left centre-back. Let me just have a look. He's left-footed. Yeah, centre-back, left-footed. I don't know. We might even see bids coming for Strauch, and the club be open to that due to his injury history. You just don't fucking know. But yeah, we can look at Jordan Tornaraya's average position. And he's literally on that left-hand side there. I swear he's played left-back at periods. I remember doing a video. Yeah, we can see here, look, he has played left-back. Maybe he played there last season. Maybe we're looking at that as an option. Available at 4 million, can cover both at centre-back and at left-back. Not cover, he'd probably want to start. He'd want assurances he's going to start. But yeah, that's just one link that came back in. But we're going to see this now, aren't we? This is great as well. I don't know if any of you have seen this just on the Joe Rodon stuff. I'm just going to quickly share this for you. Let me just zoom in. The Joe Rodon deal sounds like it's just about there. He had Leicester City, Ipswich Town and Brentford as options this summer, decided to return to Leeds United. And Graham says, I suspect the finances were a bit more lucrative elsewhere too. Of course, he'd have been offered a higher wage at Premier League clubs. So that's huge, isn't it? That's huge that he did turn down Premier League offers. They don't make them like that anymore. They don't make them like that anymore. So we have to give him props for that. We've got a player who clearly loved it at Leeds United, wants to stay and wants to fight to get Leeds United back to the Premier League. So with that, that's huge, because it's very rare these days that clubs or players, are willing to stay in the lower division. It's very rare. We had it with Calvin. And Joe Rodon wasn't our player, spent a year on loan, but fell in love that much that he said, I don't want no Premier League move. I'm going back to the Championship with Leeds. That is massive. Absolutely massive. Farker's first touch says, where I see it, I don't blame the club. It's the PS rules. Everton, Villa, Chelsea selling kids at inflated cost to stay afloat. Go and get me a Van Uwick or a Hume, O'Hare, Sargent, Cameron, Pring, Morton or Sargent. Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you. And as the day goes by, we'll get less and less angry about it. I've been up and down, obviously. When it was official, I was angry. Now, yeah, I hear you, bro. It is. Just on any of them, O'Hare will be difficult to do. I'd take Sargent 100%. Tyler Morton, again, will be different to do. Difficult to do. Van Uwick, the same, being at Coventry. We'll have to wait and see. I almost forgot to mention as well, what about the USMNT getting knocked out of Copa America on the home turf for the first time in like 15 years or something in a major tournament, not out of the group stage? And who did they get knocked out by? They got knocked out by Marcelo Bielsa's Uruguay. You love to see it, don't you? You absolutely love to see it. So yeah, but that now is my axe ground with USMNT over. I feel like justice has been done. Yeah? I feel like justice has been done. Yeah? So happy days. Yeah. I don't know if Jonathan Marsden's on the wind up here. Well, no, that's come from a number of sources. It's not come from Leeds United. It's not come from Leeds United, mate. That's come from Alistair Gold, Spurs side and everything, yeah. It's not on an official club. The official club haven't said it. Yeah, but my axe ground now with the USMNT is done. So yeah, your hate has no bounds, rent fucking free. I don't hate USA. I don't, mate. I dislike Jesse. I actually enjoyed watching Canada. I think they actually play some decent stuff, much better than the USMNT team, to be honest. But now it's done, innit? You don't need to say that anymore. Like, you've got to understand, Matthew, as a content creator, you get a lot of abuse, and I got a lot of abuse from USMNT accounts. Because they overrate their players, say they should be playing more. I think someone actually fell on his sword yesterday and said Leeds and Juventus fans are right, McKennie's shit. Tactic 11 USMNT, one of the big accounts, also said the same. So yeah, you take a lot of flack. You listen to a lot of poor takes. You know, and now it's done. You know, I can go. It's calm. You were knocked out. Yeah, you were knocked out by the GOAT, Marcelo Bielsa. You had your worst tournament in 15 years or whatever it is. That's enough for me to sleep well at night now. And I can say to you, we're done now. Do you know what I mean? We are done. So good luck for the future and all that. Vamos, Bielsa, carajo, motherfuckers! So it is what it is, man. We move. We move. Yeah, I've seen that, Eduardo. I've seen that. Does the Jefferson... Well, my Sheffield United mate thinks so, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Now, to be honest. Just on football, I can't see him, I can't see him going. I can't see him staying. He's definitely going. I think he's definitely going, so I don't see him staying. Yeah. Catch up, Dale. Catch up, mate. Yeah. Catch up, will you, bud? It's been done. Yeah. So Gray out, Rodon in. Now what's next? What do you want next, folks? Because we have holes in the squad. No. Definitely not, Daniel. No. We're talking elite. Archie Gray is no Jack Clark. Jack Clark burst onto the scene. That's what he did in the Leeds United shirt. He burst onto the scene, gave us great moments. He burst onto the scene, but we always knew about Archie. Archie was always going to be great. We always knew about this. Do you know what I mean? And listen, Jack Clark's a top player, by the way. Now, like Jack Clark, we sold him for what, 10 million? He will probably move on from Sunderland for something like that. So he's fulfilling his potential now. Maybe the Spurs move came too soon to him, but Jack Clark's a good player again. He's linked to Brentford and stuff. He'll go on. I never rated him. Everyone did, and funnily enough, he's a Gray more handy than Eddie. You never rated Archie Gray? Are you a Leeds fan, bro? Come on now. Yeah, I'd love Clark back now. Yeah, same. But yeah. Michael, I'm all over that Sargent one. Sargent would be a great signing for Leeds United, definitely. I think he'd be great for us. Ain't no doubt about that. Yeah, I think he'd be great for us. But we shall wait and see what happens next now for the club. In terms of who comes and who goes. I'm just going to have a look now on the latest links, just on the thing. And I was talking to Lockie, actually, and Lockie's a fan as well, and Lockie said he gets 25 goals in the Championship under Farker, and I tend to agree with him. I think he'll get a hell of a lot of goals for us, folks. So I think Sargent would be great. Forster says I want all black. Chance to be a time thing. I'd rather have Costa. My God, them penalties. Them penalty saves were mental, weren't they? Anyway, let's have a look at some latest news. So Leeds United expect Cody Jarma to reject the offer of a new contract. No shit, Sherlock. That's from Leeds United Live. 49ers stance makes Leeds United transfer promise after selling Archie Gray to Tottenham, which is what they've done now, so they better handle the business, haven't they? They've come out and they've said, now we need to use that money to improve it. Yeah, of course, Daniel, please don't take it personally, but you said that Gray was overrated. I think that's wild, bro. But again, opinions, you can have them, innit? Because you asked me if the way that you originally framed your question was, have you done Spurs over like you did Jack Clark? And it's like, have you done Spurs over? Well, it's have we. So that's why I assumed you were a Leeds United fan. Because the way that you originally posed your question was as if you weren't. It was just a random to say, or have you done Spurs over? Where we say, have we? You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah. So Joe Rodon's come. Liverpool player is certain to leave this summer after claims Leeds United want to sign him. I guarantee you, if this is that daft centre-back who couldn't even get on at Cardiff, what was he called? I can't even remember his name. It fecking is. Nat Phillips, go away, man. Why is that news, man? We are not signing fecking Nat Phillips. Mental. 9 million defender said he's ready to leave this club after Leeds United links. I think that's Jordan Tornoraya. Yeah. I don't know if we go get Jordan Tornoraya now because we've got Joe Rodon and Pascal Struijk. Don't see it happening. No, because he's not on his level. He's not on his level. You need to take time with that. Playing different position as well. But yeah, he's not on his level. He's a good player, clearly, but I don't think you'll expect a meteoric rise, which is what you got from Gray, from a 17-year-old kid, by the way, then 18 during the season. He played, 52 times in the Championship? You're not getting that. He's not starting the season, whereas Archie did. Do you know what I mean? It's just not happening. Possibility of a third-party swoop for Leeds United man yet to sign a new contract, and that's Liam Cooper. I think Liam Cooper deserves to go elsewhere because he needs to play at that stage of his career and he needs to get that bag. That's Jordan Tornoraya, mate. I just don't listen. He'd be a very good signing from what you read and what you hear from people that have watched him. Yeah. He will be good. Archie Gray and why he signed for Spurs. It's a massive project underhand and it's something I want to be a part of. I'm a massive Celtic fan, so I love Ange. My whole family loves him. He's a massive factor. Yeah, of course. So anyway, we moved, don't we? I don't know. I think it was personal terms. I personally think that he might have had a nod from someone in England saying, mate, we're up for it. We're up for making a move. Let us get past PSR deadline and then we'll talk. Please don't sign Skip. Well, when you listen to Alistair Gold's video that I did do this morning, he seems to think that he'll stay put even just for their homegrown quota in the Europa League, so Oliver Skip won't go anywhere. But if he was to go, he'd go to a Premier League club. That's what Alistair Gold said. And he was never coming. Surely he was never coming to the Championship, folks. I just can't see it. I just can't see it. But I think that's it. I think that's it. Unless anyone's got anything. I think that's it. It's mad. The skip. I don't say propaganda. What's the opposite to propaganda? Well, it's negative propaganda and positive propaganda, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, the negative press, if you like, around Skip's wild, because he's a very good player. Very, very good player. I don't think we get a keeper now, folks, because I think now there's no pressure to sell. I don't think Meslier will leave unless a big bid comes in for him. It now looks like Leeds United, or definitely agents and stuff, were talking in the lead-up, because the links came in the lead-up to the PSR deadline. Now that that's passed, there's no pressure. I don't think anyone comes for Meslier, so I think he'll be our number one next season. Somerville and Nonto, though, however, could be different. Although, I think you could maybe convince Nonto, which might seem wild, because I don't think many clubs will come for Nonto. And if they do, it won't be enough. And you could say to him, Somerville's going, you now will play left-hand side, which is probably where he's better from. James on the right, you've got Rutter, you've got Aronson. You maybe add extra additions in there as well. In midfield, Ampadu back in his preferred position with either Kamara and Gruev, and you add another midfielder in there, ideally. I think, yeah, maybe. But Somerville's going, folks. Listen, Brighton came for Somerville. Somerville said no. Why would Somerville say no to Brighton? Because he knows other clubs are coming. PSR deadline, etc. Don't sign that deal. You're not going Brighton because we know Liverpool want you, because we know Chelsea want you, because we know this club in Germany wants you, whatever it may be. So I don't think that's... Yeah, I'm not concerned... Not concerned. Sorry, wrong word. I'm not positive from the aspect of us keeping Somerville. Yeah, people, if you are using Archie Gray's interview at Spurs with which a stick to push your side of the argument over that he wanted to leave, then you're mad. And the reason I'll say that is, what is he going to say? If I sign a job, do I sit in a job and go, yeah, to be honest, I didn't want to be here. I still wanted to be in my old job, but they needed to sell me. So now I've got to be here. And Spurs was, your job was the best option. Or do you go in and you go, love this job, really excited to be here. My manager's class, well thought of him. I've heard about him on the sales floor, and he's a really nice guy, and I just can't wait to get going. That is not an interview that he did on Spurs TV. He's not a barometer. Come on. And this whole Celtic thing, that's not that's not a thing. That's not a thing, people. Everyone are Celtic or Leeds fans, Celtic, Liverpool fans, Rangers. It's mad. Exactly. Imagine, I really don't want to be here, but they had to sell. They had to sell me. Yeah, it's wild. And it won't be long till Leeds fans, when he has one poor game or sits on the bench, that he was shit anyway. That'll be the next thing. And this, as Andy knows, that will also be a thing. Yeah, that will also be a thing. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think of Ange? He's all right. What do you think about Tottenham? Big club. They're all right. I'm a Leeds fan. They'll probably think marching on together as they come out. You know what I mean? It's mad. Anyway, we move. We're going back to Archie again, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because we won't agree. We just won't agree. Will we? Yeah, exactly. Joe, I already think this, so please remember that when I'm right or you're proved right down the line. I don't know what that means, bro. But listen, I know when I'm wrong. But I will tell you when I'm right, 100%. I was wrong on Somerville, for example. I called Somerville Yam Pervader 2.0. So, I was wrong on us getting promoted last season. But I was right on Jesse. I was right on Bielsa and the transfer saga. These times, unfortunately, this is football. You can't be right all the time. If I was right all the time, I wouldn't be here. I'd be a millionaire or something, wouldn't I? So, unfortunately, you will be wrong. But best believe, I told you so. Joe comes out when things. Archie Gray being all hype. Okay. No, I will. Yeah. Fair dues, Daniel. If he is all hype, I think. But make sure when he smashes it that you come. Make sure when he gets an England call up, we can. You come back and say, yeah, you were right. Yeah, we moved, don't we? How many more to leave? Andrew, I think 2, at least. But that doesn't include deserters and all that. I'm thinking 2 first teamers, and I think it's Somerville. I think it's Somerville and Nonto. I think they'll go. And then obviously Leeds will need to do business. Liam Miller should be easy to get done. Just depends what Farker needs. Do you know what I mean? It genuinely depends on what he needs. But we'll be there. I'll be covering it on the channel as per. So yeah, we'll be there. Thanks always for watching. Nearly 1,000 people in at this time of the morning. It's great to see. Enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, Bamford. No one's buying Bamford. The story online was, I don't even know the publication, where it was from or what it was. No one's buying Bamford. Why would anyone buy Bamford? Let's be right. Why would anyone buy Pat Bamford? They're not going to, are they? Anyway, I best go. I'll see you in a bit, okay? Enjoy the rest of your day. Can't trust the board yet. We've been burnt before. Exactly, Aaron. And we'll leave it on that. Thanks always for watching, and I'll see you in a bit, folks. Peace out. Leeds.